Monsanto plants, of course, right around here.
Yeah.
So I'm always getting to talk to some Monsanto or some chemical guy from time to time. So I get to some,
That's fun.
good heated debates with them.
Yeah.
I've actually had some very candid conversations with some of the chemists because they really don't have any fiduciary, to them it's all science. They're going to get paid no matter what, so it's not like a profit thing with them. And they've been pretty candid with me about how indeed poisonous things are.
Yep.
And it's strange, and I quizzed them on, well, if you know you're going to produce something that's going to kill you, why are you doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes, I know. It's absolutely nuts. So you do this every year? You organize a march against Monsanto?
Yeah, we've been doing it for the last 5 years now.
Terrific. Any headway?
Well, the awareness level and getting people to eat healthier.
To buy organic,
government wise, fixing it with legislation, that stuff's pretty much a lost cause. As you know, they're bought and paid for, and they own the regulatory system. So we don't get any bills passed or any. Once the labeling came, they axed it with the anti-labeling thing. So it's like we're better off getting people to fix their own lives. Eat better, fix your health, and
Well, that's what it always comes down to. The personal responsibility, knowledge, gain the knowledge, and then act upon the knowledge. Because knowledge without action, of course, doesn't mean a damn thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's definitely been a movement into the organic. A lot of restaurants and places.
Oh, that goes without saying. I mean, you can go into I don't know, almost any grocery store now, and they have the organic section. That wasn't there 10 years ago. So it is now. I mean, of course, hopefully, yeah. I'm eating more like a hippie now than when I was a hippie.
That's funny.
So indeed, and it's this old cliches, what you put in, and you are what you eat kind of a deal.
Exactly.
And everything else. But it is disparaging as far as the government goes. Now, I had some hope when this guy got in who was talking about the vaccines.
Right.
There was talk about going ahead and doing
a glimmer.
Yeah. So you get these little, maybes.
Right.
But so far, like you said, we haven't seen any real.
I know. But with a lot of these issues, like the Fed or the GMO, the vaccine wars, they're still rampant.
Oh, well, no, I didn't expect, because you understand the monster has been embedding itself.
Yeah, they've got too much power.
56, 100 years, actually. If you want to go back to the Fed, it was,
right
in 1913. So that's when it really started. So they've had this plan in for over 100 years. You can't expect it to be defeated overnight.
No.
It's got to,
Yeah.
But, of course, you probably feel the same way I do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a revolution since Kent State. You probably don't even remember that.
You're a little too young for that.
Yeah.
I know about it, but I wasn't paying attention then.
Yeah, well, that was one of those, like slap in the face moments. If you look, when your soldiers go out and kill your own people, your own students, it's like, huh?
Yeah.
Right, that happened here, really? That's what you think.
Yeah, that was a real slap in the face moment. Then you knew it was a real war.
Oh man, I gotta get some more pictures of these.
Hey, how you doing?
I like it.
That's good.
That's what I got everywhere I go. I gotta carry around my good old pocket flag.
Oh wow, man! All right. Jesus, man. Yeah, Uncle Sam salute you.
I had to. I saw you over here. I'm like, he's got to know about my pocket flag.
That's terrific, man. Where are you from?
Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois?
Yeah.
Right. You're still in school, of course. What grade?
Sophomore.
Sophomore?
10th.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Are you responsible for this young man?
Yes.
He's politics. A tip of the hat to you, young lady. You did a fine job.
Thank you.
You should be proud.
He's a politician.
Good deal. So what are you thinking about becoming or doing or studying? What do you
Politics.
think? Are you?
Yeah, he is.
All in politics. Too, hopefully.
Right. You got my vote already. Here, let me give you something. Here, get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton.
I want you to take a picture of me with that Hillary thing, grabbing it. We're going to give it to a good friend of ours.
Oh, God. I like the 2 planes, 3 buildings.
Yeah, I think that's probably my best graphic.
Oh, you did all of these?
Oh, I'd be a real moron to come out here and take a piece of someone else's work.
I guess that's a good point. Oh, man, I like the quote, too. I have the shirt that says this.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that George Orwell,
Yep,
right?
absolutely. Whose real name was?
Ooh, I don't know.
Hey, this probably maybe 1 out of 1,000 people.
I didn't know he had a real name.
Yeah, that's his pen name. George Orwell is his pen name. Eric Blair.
Eric Blair.
Eric Blair.
That's good.
Yeah, I've had people walk all the way down to the end of the block and then come back and go, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What are you talking about? Then I got the screen back there so I can show them the building.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You did a Man on the Street.
Yeah, I did a video where I went out and showed people the collapse of Building 7.
Terrific.
And I said, what does that look like? Without telling them anything else. And they're like, well, it looks like a building being demolished. I'm like, you sure? And they're like, yeah, it looks like a building was brought down by explosives. I'm like, well, what if I told you that was done on 9/11?
Perfect.
And they're like, what do you mean? And then that's how
so
it started.
I like that approach. I'm going to steal that.
Good. Do it. I took it from someone who inspired me to do it.
I saw Amy Horowitz, he does this all the time too, the same thing. He was on the streets in New York and he's going around asking people, well, what do you think of Trump's tax plan? Horrible, Trump, right? And he goes, well, Bernie Sanders did an alternative tax plan. These are some of the provisions in it. You start
I think I saw this.
Yeah. And then, that's great. I can get behind that, you know.
But when they did it blind,
it's
they
opposite.
chose the
and then he says, well, what if I told you this is really Trump's plan?
They did I had a friend do the same thing with Obama when he was in.
Yeah.
They were saying, they were doing the same thing. They were like, what if this was something that Obama would do? And they're like, oh, no, I would never support him. I'm like, well, what if I told you it's already happening and it's been happening for years under him? And they're like, what? And it was just showing the people that support these people.
There's a good book. There's a good book I just read on this. The Art of Persuasion in a World Where Facts Don't Matter. Win Big with Scott, the guy that does Dilbert.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this guy, has degrees in hypnotism and persuasion and stuff. So he's like a drugstore psychologist, which is sort of like what we all are. We're trying to figure out why people think why they do. And
Right.
This goes a lot into the biases that they buy into blindly without really questioning anything.
Yep.
And how do you battle that? Me, I just want to shoot him. But, that's still against the law. So I can't get away with that. So I
basically
try to figure out a way to do it with words, but man, I'm telling you.
It's frustrating.
Oh, God.
Yeah, some people you just got to let go. They're never going to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You were wearing your fluoride shirt yesterday.
I had my fluoride shirt on yesterday, actually.
It says, what does it say? Fluoride, toothpaste additive or water additive.
Yeah, it's like a definition. It says a fluoride, like it's got it like with the syllable breakup, and then it shows number 1 definition, like a dictionary. It says rat poison, and the second definition is food and water additive.
Yeah. Water additive. That's what it is.
It's like.
Simple as that. It's as simple as that. And it's a toxic, hazardous waste.
From that shirt. So people are like, what?
I was listening to Lionel talking to James Colbert today, one of his old films, and he was going through this same train of thought where people, he says, I first became aware of these parallel universes that people live in when I saw the plane in Pennsylvania, right, 9/11.
Yeah.
And as a former prosecutor, my first question was, where's the plane?
Where is it?
And when he would ask other people, where's the plane? He says, people would look at me like I had 3 heads.
I know.
I just want to end it. Where's the plane?
Where is it? Where'd it go?
Oh, you were a conspiracy theorist. No, I just want to know I don't even know what that means. I just want to know where the plane is.
Exactly.
It's
If you look up other plane crashes,
it's a thing.
the plane is still there.
We've seen planes fly into the side of mountains, and you got fuselage, wings, bodies, luggage. You see something.
No, we just get holes in the ground and holes in the Pentagon.
Yeah, I mean, a hollow aluminum plane can fly through 18-inch thick, steel-enforced concrete walls, leave a perfect hole.
So what do you think of the towers? Do you think planes hit? Some people say no planes hit.
Yeah,
it's tough for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah, it can be, again, without a full investigation. I think they were remote control planes. I think the chargers were set in the place where they were beamed into, because you can see that just before the plane hits that
they start to blow.
There's a flash. So probably laser guided into a spot, because I mean the whole thing about it, it's like, again, the physics. I mean, I don't understand why people just don't recognize the basic physics. I mean, you don't have again these wings that are not designed to go through
break through stuff. Yeah, I know.
And you got this perfect silhouette of this cartoon like that.
It's sliced through like butter, and it's steel beams. Like,
this is no. I don't care how fast it's going. It's
Yeah.
And I like the planes vaporized.
Yeah.
So did the buildings. That's what I tell them.
What do you mean vaporized? What is this? It's like I don't know.
Cartoon. That's what it's like. It just poof.
Yeah. The things that people believe. That's probably and I don't consider myself a genius or anything. I'm by any means. I mean, I'm just
asking very simple questions.
Yeah, it's just basic shit.
Yeah.
But my God, in today's world, I'm Einstein.
Yeah, seriously.
Just basic common sense.
Indeed. Democrats.
We're gonna get going.
All right, guys. It was a pleasure talking to you guys, and you're nice to meet fellow activists. Be warned, though, this is what you're going to wind up looking like. You don't stop it.
All right, you have a good one.
Yourself.
Are we going this way?
Yeah.
Okay.